because the British government seems desperate to put white British kids on the terrorist prevent programme. I've got full access to their latest propaganda tool that is being rolled out to your children, you and your grandchildren as well, to which appears to be aimed at ensuring they don't become patriotic or question immigration. It's one of the most shocking things I've honestly seen for a while, and rather than tell you about it, I'm going to play it with you right now. Okay, let's go to question number 1, please. So what you'll see here is that Charlie, he's our lovely character here. He's receiving an important grade on his piece of work. If we go to the next one here, next slide. He hasn't done as well. We'll keep going along here a little bit, please. He's got put in a lot of effort, he says. He's put in a lot of effort, like I did at university. Charlie's taking a seat in his class, keep on going. And he's going to get to a point here. Well, he didn't get as well as he expected, all right? He got 60 out of 100 on his results. Next, you'll see there he's a little bit upset about it. And to make matters worse, it looks like somebody of colour got a slightly better result than him, right? And that means this person has allegedly received a job offer. Next, please. And what happens there? Charlie's applied to dozens of jobs, but he hasn't had any luck yet. OK, next. Right, somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is proof that immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs, right? Sort of, kind of, yeah, we can make the argument that the data does show that cheap labour is undercutting the workforce in Britain. OK, next. What happens here? Right, how should Charlie react? Should he ignore the comment and ask the course leader for feedback about how he can improve? Should he ignore the comment but don't address his frustration? Just pent it up, Charlie, that's what you should do. Should he agree with the comment and explore the idea further? Now, I'm going to do everything they don't want you to do on this quiz. Let's click C, shall we? And then next, there we go. All right, oh dear, you see that little bar there? That's gone down. You're in terrorist category there, aren't you? Charlie approached the classmate angrily. He agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class. How dare you use your voice, Charlie? How dare you use your democratic right of free speech? Next. The teacher let Charlie know the school has a zero tolerance on hate speech. Is it hate speech to say that immigrants are coming to Britain stealing people's jobs? I don't know. All right, next. The teacher was concerned by Charlie's outburst and tried to get to the bottom of it. There we go. OK, next slide. Charlie became more agitated and ended up having to sit alone, so they isolated him, right? Doesn't sound like a really good way to address sort of, a problematic young man. And became more agitated sitting alone during the week's lessons because of the hurtful things he said. This is supposedly what's going on in schools. All right, next. Now let's go to number 3, shall we? We can't unlock the others yet. We must get through the rest of the programme. Right, Charlie's been chilling out all afternoon, as you do. Next. Right, he's been on social media. Uh-oh, you might want to ban that. Next. He spots... Charlie's a they, by the way, just so you know. They haven't said he, they say they. Just putting that out there. Right, next. He's getting a lot of attention. Right, there's a video he's seen, he's got a lot of attention. Charlie's watching a video and learns from the video that Muslim men are stealing the places of British war veterans in emergency accommodation. Bad, obviously so bad. Is it true, though? Is it true? Is that actually happening in Britain? Well, you can have a look online for yourselves. Next. In the video, they explain that the government is betraying white British citizens and need to take back control of their country. Does this all sound familiar to you? Next. Right, how should Charlie react? Should he just scroll past the content and ignore the message? Should he find out more about the topic online? Or should he engage directly with this post? It seems fair, it seems unfair. We should click C, aren't we? We're going to do everything they tell us not to do. By the way, we do know that there are lots of places where British people are at the back of the queue because of illegal migrants. We've even got council houses being built, brand new council houses being built because of this, right? Charlie couldn't believe what they were seeing. Next. Charlie immediately began typing and putting in comments. Right, let's go to the next slide. Let's get there. So he's getting involved in it. As for the likes, comments came in, he's getting lots and lots of enthusiasm here by standing up for veterans and white people's rights. Bad. Next. Unfortunately, Charlie didn't realise, how would he know, that some of the groups he was engaging with are illegal? How would he know? Next. Right, that's bad, Charlie. How dare you? Let's go to 4. Charlie's been enjoying a family dinner at home when they don't want to misgender him. They receive a notification from their friend. That's bad, he's at dinner. Let's go to the next one. Right. Oh, look, his mum's angry already at him. This poor kid, everyone's angry at him. Right, put your phone down, Charlie. Right, next. Right, his close friend is going to protests. That's what the concern is here. Let's go to the next slide. right? She's encouraging him to go, right? She's encouraging him to join in, all right? We do lots of protests in Britain, don't we? We see them very regularly. Right, next. Right, she's encouraged him to join a secret group. Let's go click see and join this secret group, which could just be, a WhatsApp group for all we know. Charlie thought the video their friend posted was really funny. Couldn't believe how many likes and memes it was getting. So inspiring. Next. Okay, Charlie joined the secret group on this new platform. Phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Everyone's getting worried. Maybe Charlie's becoming an influencer. Next. All right. Charlie's mum was not pleased and grew suspicious. Next. Right, let's go quickly to 5. Right, Charlie was seeing their dad. I don't know if that's their dad, I don't know. He's in East Riding here. Let's go next. Let's speed up. Charlie, Amelia's friend, looking interested. No, she wanted to go to a protest, but she can't make it, so she wants him to go. Next. Right, let's keep going. She wants Charlie to go to this because she wants to protest the erosion of British values. That's the crime she's committing here. Right, Charlie's got nothing to do this weekend. He's going to the protest. Next. What's going to happen to Charlie? What do you think is going to happen to him? Right, what should he do? He should go for C. He's going to join and go to the protest based on what his friends told him. Let's click C. Right, good stuff. Yeah, let's go. Go on, Charlie. They, them, going to a British values protest. Sounds about right. Next. Keep going. He's going to seek like-minded individuals. Yeah, let's keep going. He's made a banner. Don't really do that very often on the right, do they? But there we go. He's got to the protest. And next, what's going to happen next? Of course, because it's a white British protest, there's a fight. There's a riot happening. And Charlie is now, because he's there, about to get his name taken down by those coppers there. Let's press next. Right, there we go. They took his details. Don't go to protests, kids. That's the message. Especially white British values protests. Next. Right, Charlie was frightened. His parents would be informed. So this is the kind of stuff that your kids are learning about. We just press next on here just to get it back to where we go. There we go. We've completed part of the main course there. Where is the mention of radical Islamism? Where is the mention of it anywhere? Is it any surprise that the far-right referrals in Prevent now outweigh the Islamist referrals? That's despite the MI5 terror watch list consisting of 45,000 individuals, 75% of whom are Islamist extremists and 25% are extreme right-wing. Can you see the problem here? The game raises serious questions about the, of course, approach of the British government when it comes to radicalism. Is it bad to protest against veterans being made homeless as a result of illegal migration? Is it bad to share news with your friends in a WhatsApp group? This is a piece of propaganda, and it seems specifically designed to terrify white British children, despite all the evidence showing that they are not the problem. In fact, I think this is going to lead to severe anxiety for white British kids, as if they weren't already treading on eggshells. And if this doesn't worry you about this government and our future, I don't know what will.
This interruption is brought to you by ExpressVPN and their New Year deal. New Year, new VPN, and a huge saving of up to 80% if you act now. You're busy planning how to get in shape, but the hackers are planning how to get into your accounts. ExpressVPN locks down your connection so you can start the year protecting your data. So scan the QR code or click the link in the description now.
I've got my brilliant panel here with me tonight. Former Conservative Special Advisor Laura McKevitt, Paul Richards is joining me here, and Christian Calgi. Thank you all very much for indulging in the little quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you learn anything, Christian?
Well, I feel thoroughly de-extremified now.
Yeah.
I want to go and join Greenpeace. I feel I'm going to get my sandals out and all the rest of it. I mean, clearly, I think you're right on a number of points. I think the funniest part about that quiz was the part where it suggested that to de-radicalise our protagonist on the issue of illegal migrants taking, service veterans' homes, he should go on the internet and learn more about it. As if that would disprove the claims that were being made in that particular slide. We know that's happening. It's clearly written by a complete lefty. But I think the other point, based on that, imagine if that slideshow was written all about Islamist extremists. what's that going to do to change people's minds? It's patronising, it's childish.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, once again, there's so many aspects of British life where we are trying to use a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. And, you know, we're right to say that Islamic extremism is a small percentage of Muslims in this country, and right-wing extremism is a very small percentage of white Britons. And the people that are going to be drawn down those paths are not going to be dissuaded by ridiculous cartoon propaganda from East Riding Council.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the point of it.
And this is it, Lauren, right? Because there is a problem with radicalisation in Britain, and we're seeing it more and more played out on the streets. We're going to talk more about it later on in the show tonight as well. But this is the problem. We're constantly going after white British kids, in my opinion, and this is a great example of it. Throughout some of that video, you can see the problem that Charlie's constantly being framed with is people of colour, when actually a lot of kids who might be, you know, not be able to get jobs and stuff aren't angry at people of colour. They're angry at the system from letting in so many people. It's not necessarily the people they're angry at, it's the system, and surely they're allowed to have an outlet for that.
So I found the first question in that quiz really, really interesting, because this is the question of I've studied really hard, I got 60, that person got 75, she got a job offer and she's brown and I'm not.
Yeah.
What I find fascinating about that is if you remove colour from the equation, schools should be teaching pupils that somebody who gets a better mark than you for whatever reason is not like doing you a disservice on the grounds. Like there is a fundamental educational purpose to that lesson once you remove race and sex and other protected characteristics from it, but that's not what they're choosing to teach. And so having introduced something like this, to me, indicates that there's been a fundamental failure in the education system for a long time that has failed at point A, which is that person has a higher grade than you. That doesn't mean that they're doing you a disservice. It's your own work that, even though you've worked hard, needs to get better.
When I saw that question, I thought that was nonsense, that question, because I don't think that's the sort of thing young people... I mean, having lots of younger brothers myself, they are angry at stuff like that.
The whole premise is a nonsense.
Exactly.
The fundamental things that they're trying to teach you, you have to teach in spite of race, in spite of white extremism. Because if you look at things like, you know, do you go online and learn more about it? There's a fundamental element of critical thinking that has not been taught to this person already. And that fundamental point of critical thinking is absent before you get to the point that says, do you go online and do more about it? Which is a terrible thing to suggest.
And I think if you think about what we've seen over the last 5-6 years, if the races were reversed, of course, you will radicalise. You would see, you know, an ethnic minority radicalised on the grounds of white privilege.
What you would see...
about 15 different quangos by now on the grounds of racism if this had been built around the concept of Islamic extremism.
But on that point as well, you would see if it was Charlie who got a better grade and the other, and maybe the person of colour was complaining, they go, we need a DEI programme for that young girl to help her get her grades up, right? Wouldn't get it for Charlie, though, would you? Paul, these sorts of programmes have the opposite effect on young people. They patronise them, they talk down to them, they don't help de-radicalise anybody. The Home Office is completely out of touch with reality. And do you disagree with the things that you saw on that slideshow?
Well, why are you saying the Home Office, though? As far as I can see, this is Hull City Council and Bedford.
It has been sponsored by and paid for by the Home Office as far as we are part of the programme.
That group of councils went to the Home Office and asked for a supportive tool.
Well,
as far as we're aware.
They should ask for the money back, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolute nonsense. I mean, it's 15 minutes of our lives we're not going to get back.
To be fair, this country has the largest number of video game programmers in the world. They're all going to have jobs from somewhere.
But this is the thing, Paul, right? This is the thing. It's targeting white British kids, and we've seen this with this government going after the adolescent stuff. Oh, it's white kids about abusing women. Oh, it's white kids who are radicalised. Why are they not talking about radical Islamism, which we know is a massive problem?
Well,
Prevent referrals massively outweigh for right-wing extremism than they do for Islamist extremism, despite the fact we know the terror watch list is 75% radical Islamism.
Absolutely. I think we need a massive education programme to understand what Islamism is. I think most people don't even know what it is. They couldn't point to, you know, the Muslim Brotherhood, or they don't understand the roots of it, the ideology that lies behind it. It's a 100-year-old organisation now.
Maybe we should get the UAE to write one for us.
You know, they don't know that Hassan al-Banna is not a name anyone's heard of, but he's the founder of this thing. And we need to know how to distinguish Islamism from the religious practice of Islam, and have that education go on in all schools everywhere, so that the warning signs can be spotted much earlier. And I mean, Prevent, it was designed to stop, you know, violent extremism, but every violent extremism starts with a non-violent extremism.
Yeah.
Well, no, Prevent was actually designed to have a single point of contact within the British government for all agents of the state, so councils, educational providers, everybody who didn't know who to call when they said, I have a concern, I need to call somebody, there needs to be a bigger adult than me in the room right now, and I don't know who it is. Prevent was designed for that purpose.
Well, it was as soon as you
try and expand that beyond the ideology for which it was originally designed, you spot all of the flaws because you're dealing with suddenly the entire population of the United Kingdom and not a significant minority.
Final thoughts, Christian?
Yeah, it's just interesting. I remember for the last decade, lefties, Corbyn, Owen Jones, constantly saying, but white, far-right extremism make up the majority of Prevent's workload. Well, now we know why.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. And at the end of that, which I didn't show you because we didn't have time, but at the end of that, if you complete the quiz, Charlie's teacher refers him to Prevent, right? Because she thinks he's an extremist.
Along with all
there you
of us,
go.
apparently.
This is there's warnings throughout it. Don't do this. Don't respond to Don't respond to white British values. Don't go to protests. Don't go and talk about things online. To me, it was basically trying to tell white British kids, don't get involved in this. We think it's extremism. And I think that is completely insane. And we haven't got something similar for radicalism as far as I can tell. Anyway, Matteo Bergamini, Shout Out UK's founder part of this programme and CEO, said this: Shout Out UK's interventions focus on building resilience to the techniques and methods used by all extremist actors to spread extreme right, left wing, extreme Islamist and non-specific ideologies, including fascination with extreme violence. The work is co-developed with each local authority and tailored to focus on each specific local threat picture. Oh, that's interesting. Teaching media literacy ensures that all those impacted by our programmes leave with lifelong tools and skills to safeguard themselves from these threats. Our Pathways game is designed for the local threat picture in collaboration with the local authority and funded by the Home Office to teach about the concept of extremism and radicalisation and to illustrate the scope of online dangers and radicalisation routes. Games can be a fantastic and interactive way to engage young people in complex topics and showcase the support available to them. Oh, I wish I could say so many things. A Home Office spokesperson said, Prevent has diverted nearly 6,000 people away from violent ideologies, stopping terrorists and keeping our country safe. We provide funding to local authorities to tackle a range of threats, including Islamist extremism and extreme right wing. These projects are designed to target local radicalisation risks and are created and delivered independently of government. We are furious at the level of illegal migration, which is why the Home Secretary has set out the most sweeping changes to cut illegal migration in a generation to restore order and control our borders. There you go. GB News, by the way, let me catch my breath, have also contacted East Riding of Yorkshire and Hull councils and are awaiting a response.
Thank goodness for that.
Yes, yeah, thank goodness.